We move on to the Subway Fresh Take Hotline and welcome in Matt Barnes. He's got a basketball camp going on for kids age 7 through 14. It'll take place in Redwood Shores, California at the EA Stadium. So if you're listening out there in California and you're there and you got a kid who's got some hoop dreams, log on to mattbarnesbasketballcamp.com and Matt will show you a couple skills that helped him play for both the Lakers and the Clippers, and he joins us on the Subway Fresh Tech Hotline. Matt, you're a free agent July 1. Question number 1. If you're back with the Clippers, who should their next head coach be?
You're going to put me on the spot instantly, huh?
Right off the bat, sir.
I'm definitely a big fan of Brian Shaw. For him to sit behind Phil Jackson for so many years, great player, really developed Paul George and those young guys in Indiana.
Matt, I want to ask you this. Brian Shaw is a very interesting guy. Longtime assistant for Phil Jackson. You played for the Lakers. You played for the Clippers. You knew his exploits as a player. But one of the great mysteries in the NBA is why a guy like Brian Shaw seemingly can't get a head coaching job. He's got the seal of approval from Phil Jackson, which generally speaking is not a detriment. It can only help. But he has interviewed for numerous jobs and gotten none. Why do you think that's the case?
I couldn't tell you. I think that's a great unknown secret. Like you said, his credentials speak for themselves, as a player, off the court, as a man, and sitting behind Phil Jackson for so many years. So I definitely think his time is due. If it's not with us, it'll definitely be with someone else this year. He's one of the top coaches out there, and I'd be very happy for him to get him a chance.
How about Doc Rivers coaching your team? Hugh Douglas, my partner, says he's the best fit. What about Doc coaching the Clips?
Yeah, anytime you can bring someone of Doc's caliber to your franchise, it's going to be a tremendous addition. A championship player, championship coach. A great motivator, understands the game, understands guys' bodies, understands the idea of rest, and just brings so much knowledge to the game. So, he would be a great candidate for, the next Clipper job. All
right, Matt Barnes joins us on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline as we get closer to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Heat Spurs tonight on ABC, ESPN Radio, anywhere you go with the ESPN Radio app. All right, your thoughts, Game 7, who you got?
I really have to say I got Miami. To see the comeback they made, to see LeBron make those mistakes at the end of the game, keep his head up and keep victory for his team. Obviously Ray Allen shot played a big part, but he was a man in that game, and I really thought winning Game 6 was San Antonio's chance to get it. But now that it's all tied up, they're at home. If any team could upset Miami at home, it's San Antonio, but I don't see that happening tonight.
Before I let you go, take me into the mind of a player. The Spurs to a man, they went out to a team dinner. They put their grievances behind him after coming oh so close. But each of them, Tony Parker and Duncan specifically, have said, you know what? It's over. Can't do anything about it. We should have won Game 6. Didn't do it. What can we do now? As a player, does that ever leave you? They said the right stuff in front of the podium, but I find it hard to believe losing a game in excruciating fashion that way, they can simply move on like that. Does that stick in your craw as a player?
No, not at all. That's
really?
The one thing you discuss it, get it out in the open, and move on. That's the great thing about this sport is, there's a tomorrow, but, tonight is the last night. But, as a player, the most important thing is the next game or the next play. So they really feel they won go in Miami, but there's nothing they can do about it now. The only thing they do is come out tonight and be ready to try to get that championship.
Matt Barnes, appreciate it. Once again, if you got a kid age 7 to 14 in the Redwood Shores, California area, in that area of Southern Cal, you can make it out to the EA Stadium this summer.
That's Northern Cal.
Excuse me, Northern California.
Yeah.
Northern California. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Your playing career down in SoCal there. My apologies.
Yeah.
Redwood Shores, California at the EA Stadium. If you got a kid 7 to 14, want to improve his hoop skills a little bit, maybe he can send him to the Matt Barnes Basketball Camp. For more information, it's mattbarnesbasketballcamp.com. I'll work on my geography. You work on your crossover dribble. We'll see you in training camp.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You got it. Great insight from Matt Barnes. Once again, that's in NoCal. My brother lives out in NoCal. I should have made sure I checked my geography before I said that. Redwood Shores, California, mattbarnesbasketballcamp.com.